I think there's six moves. There's six moves that I have incorporated in my life that has made each year the best year. Going on now, about 5 years ago, I made a huge transition in my life. And one of the things that I felt compelled to do within my own personal life was to intentionally write down things that I want to do better at. Well, one time my mentor asked me, he said, everything that you know now in December, what would you go back and tell Anthony January 1 of this year? I'm already starting with you all right now. I want you to write this down. The very first move you got to make before January 1st, before tomorrow at midnight. I need you to write this question. I need you to seriously ask yourself this question. Today, December what? What's it? December 30th? On December 30th, what would you go back and tell yourself, Elizabeth? What would you go back and tell yourself, Sheikah? What would you go back and tell yourself, Vibe with the Queen? On January 1, hey, we went through 12 months. What is one thing you would tell yourself today, hey, you need to do differently throughout the rest of this year in 2025? Why is that question so pivotal? Because whatever that question is and whatever the answer is, you need that going into 2026. You need that going into 2026. When I wrote down that question yesterday and I got the answer, I said, oh man. Some sister said, trust no one. I don't know if I agree with that one. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, in order to build something, you got to trust somebody. If you're going to build something of substance, you got to trust somebody. Save. Grace, we're going to talk about that today. I'm cutting up my credit cards. Sheikah, yo, listen, if you need to cut them credit cards up, cut them credit cards up. Stop shopping too much. Listen, Simone, listen. So, Simone, check this out. Going into 2026, you need to tell yourself that. You need to tell yourself that. That's the very first thing I need y'all to do. I'm going to give y'all some questions that I need you all to ask yourself within the next 24 hours before tomorrow. Now, everything I'm going to give you today is going to be a lot, right? And I'm going to challenge you to do this before the end of this week. It'll be ideal if you could do this before January 1. But if you can do this before the end of this week, so that way you're going into the new year, top of next week on January 5th with the vision, with some goals, and with clarity. I think one of the things that we fail to realize is this. Some of our answers, some of our questions that we have answers to are because we avoided other answers. I'll say it one more time. Some of the questions we have about our finances, some of the questions we have about why is this happening in our life, is because we have avoided the real answer to other issues. What do you mean by this, Anthony? Well, the reason why some of us live in paycheck to paycheck is because we've avoided the answer of you don't budget. The reason why some of us are drowning in debt is because you avoided the answer of you're spending too much money. Some of the questions, some of the clarity that we need is in the answers that we avoided. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna let that simmer there. I'm not gonna say it again. I'm gonna let it simmer there. That was my second question that I had to ask myself last night. What are some of the questions? What are some of the answers that you've been avoiding that has prevented you from accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish? My company makes millions, but I'm ready to get into the 8 figures. I'm ready to get into the 9 figures. And I know that the reason why I'm not there is not solely because of environment, but it is partially due to the fact of some of the things that I have been avoiding. You feel me? Number 3. This is a typical one, but I want to break this down. I'm giving you 6, but this is just move number 1. This is the very first move. You got to ask yourself questions. So this is not move number 3. This is up underneath move number 1. There are a few questions I need you to ask yourself this evening, and be very honest with yourself and get a journal and write them down, fam. This is what we do in the Inner Black community. We write them down and we answer them. What's your financial goal for 2026? Watch this. What's your financial goal for 2026? I saw this podcast and the guy said, man, if I put a plate in front of you, if you go to a buffet and you say, you know what, I want to eat this, I want to eat that, I want to eat this, I want to eat that, right? And you put all this on your plate. No matter what you put on your plate, if your stomach can't take it, you can't eat it. Sometimes when we ask ourselves, what is our goal? Sometimes we put these unrealistic goals down. Or I want to make $1 million next year, but you don't have a strategy, a plan, a business, or even an avenue to make $1 million. How are you going to go from $50,000 to $1 million? Because of God? He loves you. Truly does. But if you don't have a strategy, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have an action step, if you don't know what to do, you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. So I need you to ask yourself this one question. What's your financial goal next year? What is your realistic financial goal? How much money do you want to make next year? How much debt do you want to pay off next year? Do you want to buy a house next year? Well, how much house do you want to pay? You want to build a savings account. How much do you want to save? Don't say I want to save $10,000 and you only make $40,000 a year. It's unrealistic. Sometimes we oh man, I want to eat everything on it. You can't. Your stomach won't allow it. Now, I know some of y'all think, well, Anthony, I serve a God who could do all things. I'm not saying we don't. But what I am saying is we have to be realistic on what we can accomplish. If we budget, if we cut out things in our budget, if we stop eating out, if we stop spending unnecessary money, if we start doing things correctly, what can we realistically happen? Because here's what I believe. If I steward what God has given me, God can take 10 steps. He can take 10 steps, but I got to take the first step. Got to. Here's the last question I want you to ask yourself. Am I positioning myself in 2026? No. Did I position myself in 2025 to have a better 2026? And let's go deeper. 2026, what am I going to do to position myself when I turn 80, when I turn 90, to still love Anthony ONEAL, to still love yourself? I've talked to so many people in their 80s and 90s and saying, man, I wish my younger self, I wish I could smack my younger self. What are you doing in 2026 to position your older self to where you don't have to be on your kids' nerves? You don't have to, rely on the government. You don't have to rob from Peter to pay Paul. What are you doing in 2026 to position your 80-year-old self to win? That's move number one. Sit down and ask yourself real questions and give yourself real, authentic answers. Okay, that's what they leaving. They leaving. That's what we doing. That's move number one, y'all. Let me give y'all move number two so we can get up out of here. All right. I got my notes written down. Here's move number two. I need y'all to write down a realistic plan, a realistic game plan on how you're going to get out of debt next year. If you want to strive to be out of debt in the year 2026, just put debt free in the comment section right now. If you're going to be striving to eliminate your debt, to pay off some of your debt in 2026, put debt free 2026. Yep, put debt free in 2026. Put debt free. Put debt free. Let me see it. Let me see it. I'm serious now. Y'all, I'm getting old, man. I got all my gray hair coming in. Lord Jesus. Debt free 2026. I see you. Listen, before you go into 2026, I need you to do me a favor. Number one, I need you to pull up your credit report. I need you to pull up all of your every single bank statement that you've had this year. I need you to assess how much debt you're literally in. I need you to write it down on a sheet of paper. And I need you to put that number on a sheet of paper. I need you to put that number up around your house, in your bathroom, on your refrigerator. Let your kids see, hey, if they ask you, Mom, what is this number? Dad, what is this number? That's how much debt we're in. And in 2026, we may not pay it all off in 2026, but we're going to work hard at eliminating the debt, because debt is bondage. Debt is bondage. You're going to go on my website. I'm on my phone, so I can't type it. So I'll make sure when we get off of here, I'll go on and put all these links inside the show notes. But you're going to go to anthonyoneal.com, and you're going to go to anthonyoneal.com. You're going to go to click on the free resources. You're going to go into resources. You're going to download the debt-free guide, how to eliminate your debt quickly. It is 50 pages, 100% free. There's nothing we're selling you. You're going to learn the debt snowball. You're going to learn how to negotiate with bill collectors. You're going to learn how to get your credit card bills cut in half. We are going to show you how to get out of debt in the year 2026. And I can't wait, because mid-January, end of January, I'm announcing something that's going to help you out 10 times faster. It's going to really hold you accountable throughout the whole year of 2026. But right now, I need you to go to anthonyoneal.com, click on the free resources, and I need you to get a strategy on how to get out of debt. How to get out of debt. Because if we go into 2026 and we don't have a plan, we don't have a strategy, what are we doing? What are we doing? And here's another thing too. Some of you all need some help. Some of you will have more than $20,000 in debt. What if we can get 40% of that knocked off? I wasn't a huge fan of this before, but man, this year I've seen a lot of our community members, even a lot of my blood family members, have taken on some of these debt relief companies. And these debt relief companies have gone in there and helped them eliminate 40 to even sometimes 50% of their debt. One of my family members owed $120,000 and she only had to pay back $68,500, right around there. It's 40% gone. She did that within a matter of 2 years. So the strategy is, one, get that book. Number two, if you have more than $20,000, you said, Anthony, I want to see if this company can help you. Listen, I want you to go to anthonyoneal.com/debt relief. I'm gonna put that inside the comment section when I get done again. But go to anthonyoneal.com/debt relief. Set up an appointment with them. Do not pay them nothing. Don't sign no contract. Don't do anything. I want you to see, come the first of the year, if this is a company that can legit help you get financially free. Period. 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 Just fill out the forms. I think it's like two companies on there that I trust, that I personally consulted with, that I personally talked to. They're not grimy. They're not salesy. They're not going to try to manipulate anything. They're going to tell you honestly up front if this is a good fit for you, if it's not a good fit for you, and check it out. But the key thing is, get the book. Get the free ebook by going to anthonyoneal.com and clicking on the free resources. Do not go into 2026 without a strategy on how to eliminate your debt. Do not go into that. Do not go into 2026 without a strategy on how to eliminate your debt. I believe that we're seeing the biggest wealth transfer in 2026 and 2027. And you have to be in a position to start investing. You have to be in position to start making some moves. But if you're drowning in debt, you cannot do that. Can't do it. You can't do it. Here's move number, where we at? Move number 3. Here's move number 3. Write this one down, y'all. 2026, y'all, is a year we got to build your emergency funds. If you have less than $10,000 in your emergency fund, just put me in the chat. If you have less than $10,000 inside of your emergency funds, I need you to put me inside the chat. Just be honest. If you do not have a high yield savings account, I want you to be honest. If you do not have a high yield savings account, I'm gonna say this again, be honest with me. If you just have a regular savings account, but not a high yield savings account, put me too inside the chat. Me and the number 2. Just put me too. Me too inside the chat. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. I see you. Listen, I need y'all to do this today. As a matter of fact, if you need to log off right now, I need you to do this today. I need you to go to anthonyoneal.com/savings. And I need you to open up a high yield savings account. 2026, remember, one of the wealth strategies, I said this on one of my videos on Instagram yesterday, I think it was. I think my team posted it yesterday. We honestly get it backwards sometimes, not just within the Black community, but a lot of people, we get it backwards. It's like, hey, Listen, during tax time, and we're gonna talk about taxes, but during tax time, we get excited about getting a refund check. Well, that's, to me, that's just dumb. That is crazy. You're excited about loaning the government, the American people, money, and you did not get a high yield for it. But anytime that you're late or you're delinquent on paying the government, you're not only just paying the interest, but you're also paying a penalty. So you're paying penalty plus the interest. We got to get to a point to where even if it's just 3%, 4%, 5%, up to 20%, we got to get used to receiving interest, not paying interest. So I need you to open up a high yield savings account today. Before we go into 2026, do not go into 2026 without a high yield savings account. You can go check any one that you want. I think, let me check my link. I think I updated the ones that I like. Hold on. Yeah, I did. I did, y'all. I did. Yep, I sure did. I sure did. All right, let me turn this around for you. All right, so here's what we got. I want y'all to see this. So we got SoFi, Amex Savings. They're doing pretty good right now. Barclays, Bread Savings, CIT Bank. All you got to do is go to anthonyoneal.com/savings. These are my list. I personally bank with SoFi. They're doing like 4% right now. That one of the highest. Amex is only giving about 3.4. Now Barclays is giving 4%, but here's what I love about SoFi. They're going to give you $300 to open up a checking and a high yield savings account today. Why is that so important? Let me tell you why it's so important. It's because when it comes to high yield savings, remember that's where we park. That's where we park our emergencies at. And if I can't get quick access to my emergency fund, then what's the point of having a high yield savings account? So what I love about SoFi is that they will give you a debit card with that checking account. So in the case of an emergency, you will transfer your money from your high yield savings that's giving you 4%, right, throughout the year. You'll send it over to your checking account. Boom, you have instant access to it within a matter of a minute, right? But you got to keep all your money in the savings. So when you open both the checking and the high yield savings at the same time, they're gonna give you $300. Put that $300 in there. Now you're getting a debit card in the mail with a Visa debit card, and you just put your money inside of there. Find True. I have Truist, but I don't have them for a high yield savings account. They are my business checking account, and they are my personal checking account. But SoFi, I use SoFi, and I also use CIT Bank. CIT Bank, which, as you all can see here, let me show you right here. CIT Bank, they are requiring, you see, with a minimum balance of 5,000. That's how you get to 4.30 CIT Bank. So I'm using SoFi because SoFi doesn't have a minimum at all. You just got to open a checking and savings account. It'll take you 5 minutes to do that. And then Barclays, I'm sorry, that's no CIT Bank. Because I have a large amount of money in there, I want to get a little bit more. So I'm using CIT Bank for my high yield savings. I have 3 of them, right? Because I like to get the interest best of them. So SoFi is like, that's my immediate savings account, right? If something was immediately happen today, I go straight to SoFi. My CIT Bank is for my investments. So anytime I want to invest into like stocks, or anytime I want to invest into a real estate or to a business opportunity, that's where I will go for that, because that's a long-term sitting. So that can sit there a little bit longer, right? So what I want you to do is I want y'all to go to anthonyoneal.com/savings. Go to anthonyoneal.com/savings. Do not go into 2026 without a high yield savings account. I ain't trying to be preachy, but it's not good stewardship. If God gives you $1,000 and he says, hey, I want you to multiply this, and you go to Truist Bank and you put inside a Truist Bank and they're giving you 0.04%, when SoFi is giving you 4%, is it good stewardship to go over to Truist? Listen, the dollar is depreciating. It's losing its value over the time. Interest helps us maintain the dollar. You know, interest helps you maintain the dollar. You know what I'm saying? Helps you. Helps you. I'm just reading through the comments. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, y'all. If you go to anthonyoneal.com/, y'all can see here. SoFi says limited time offer, new accounts, 7% API, boost to 4% for up to 6 months with eligible direct deposit. So that's another thing too. You gotta have direct deposit into it. But here's the secret. Let me tell you how to do that too. direct deposit your savings amount. So let's say, for an example, you're going to put, to get your savings up, you're going to just do a direct deposit for 5% of your paycheck into your SoFi account. Now you get, how do I say this? You got to learn how to play the game. You got to learn how to maneuver the game somewhat, which is super important. Super, super, super important. So should I close my current credit union account? I have a great relationship with them. I've been with them for years. No, 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 sister. Don't close the account. Keep the account open, right? Keep $100, keep $200 in there. But if they're not giving you 4%, take the bulk of that money and put it into a high yield savings account. Don't burn relationships. Please don't burn relationships. And the relationship is simply, do you have any money in the account? Right? Keep your checking account there. I'm not saying make your primary checking with SoFi or with one of these on at anthonyoneal.com/savings. What I'm saying is use it just for your emergency funds. Or let's say, for an example, you're saving to buy a car, you're saving for a down payment for your home, or you're saving for some furniture, or let's say you're saving for your summer vacation next month. Well, park that money over there in the high yield savings so you can get some money on a monthly basis. Thank you, Harmony. I like what Harmony said. Spread your money. Listen, go to anthonyoneal.com/savings. Move, build. 3 to 6 months of your net pay is the goal. You should have no more than 3 to 6 months of your net pay sitting inside your high yield savings. No more. No more, unless you have a very high lifestyle. But once I get past a year, I don't put any more money in it. I invest it. I invest it. No, 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 no. Can't do it. Can't do it. All right, here's move number. What move is this? 4, 5? I think it's move 4. Move 2 or 3, 3 or 4. Here's another move. I can't remember the numbers we're on. I need y'all to go back and watch the show I did with my girl Victoria. 2026, I wanted to be the last year that you receive a refund check. I'm gonna say that again. 2026 is the last year I want you to receive a refund check. In 2027, I want you to break even or maybe owe $100. I don't want you getting a large refund check. I don't want you getting excited because you got a $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 check. No, no, no. I want you to get it used to throughout the year 2026. I want you to get used to keeping the bulk of your money throughout the year. That's what I want you to do. Thank you, Lisa. The best refund check for me is $0 or I owe. I actually get excited about owing. I get excited about when they tell me, hey, you owe about X amount of dollars, and I owe a lot throughout the year, right? How many of you all put this in the chat for me? How many of you all, and be honest, how many of you all honestly you already owe the IRS some money? You owe them some back years, some back pay. Put me 3 so I can know where we at. Put me 3. If you owe the IRS some money, let's say if you owe the IRS more than $10,000, put me 3. Put me 3. Okay. All right. For everyone who says me 3, I want you to go to anthonyoneal.com/tax help. I found a couple of companies with my partner. Let me make sure I pull them up correctly. I can't remember. There we go. Go to anthonyoneal.com/tax help. If you owe $10,000 or more in taxes, they're going to help you negotiate and get your bills down. Okay. Stylist says we owe me 3. I got you. Listen, I've been there before. I've owed the IRS, man, a lot of money. And Anthem, which is the tax service you see at the top, is my favorite. There's about 5 of them on there that I trust, that I've had a good meeting with all of them to make sure before I start, giving you all options. And that's one thing in year 2026 is I'm trying to be very, very careful in just promoting one company. I want to partner with several companies that I trust and that you can choose your own option and be like, hey, you know what? Anthony gave me these five. You do your own research, you do your own studying. And I'm trying to tell you right now, I'm blocking people, boy. It's like, it's so funny when I get on my phone, the trolls be coming out. That's crazy. Um, it's crazy, but we ain't gonna do that today. I'm trying to help y'all out. So I want you to go to anthonyoneal.com/tax help. Get them to help you get your tax bill lowered. Just visit the website, fill out the form, set up a consultation. Again, and I want you to hear me this too. Never just pay people. When I'm referring you all, listen, take my word for it because I move with character and integrity. But at the same time, before you do anything, before you cut a check, before you give them your debit card number, for those of you all who still have credit cards, your credit card number, man, you call them, you get on the phone with them, and you make sure that you feel comfortable, you and your spouse, if you're married, feel comfortable, pray on it, think on it for 24, 48 hours. Just make sure that you are comfortable with it. I'm not doing this to make no money off of you. No, I'm trying to give you as many resources as you possibly can. I want to give you options. And I want you comfortable with them. And hear me clearly. I need you doing your own research too. I do a lot of research on my end, but I want you to make sure this is a good fit for you and your family. But we can't go into the year 2026 without a strategy. So Anthony, what do you mean for 2026? What do I do with my taxes? All right, cool, great. This is what I want you to do. For those of you all who have more than $10,000 in your taxes, boom. Okay? I want you to do that. Give them a call. Let them help you. For those of you all who are saying, Anthony, I need to file my taxes, I need y'all to write this down. Someone put it in the chat for me too. Go to anthonyoneal.com/file my taxes. That is anthonyoneal.com/file my taxes. I want you to tell Victoria and her team that you are from the AO community, the In the Black community, and you want to file your taxes for 2026, but then also tell them I want a tax strategy for 2026. Wealth, financial freedom is not built off of guessing. Wealth and financial freedom is built off of strategy. So the year 2026, when you tell Victoria, hey, I want to file my taxes by going to anthonyoneal.com/file my taxes, you're going to tell them, hey, I want to file my taxes, but I want you to give me the strategy on how do I properly update my W-2 income. So that way, how much do I claim? How do I know what I need to do? So that way I'm getting more of my paycheck up front, but I want to be able to break even. I want to owe nothing, but I also want to receive nothing. How do I properly do that to where I can keep the most of my money and use that money to pay off my debt? Use that money to sow into my kids' future. Use that money to build my emergency fund. Use that money to get into a home. Use that money for vacation. Use that money for your own joy. Stop giving a daggone IRS all your freaking money and they're giving back to you with no interest or penalties. They are not doing that for you, so why are you doing that for them? Why? Can I chat? Because some of y'all saying y'all need that. Let me see. Man, you can't. Let me see here. Let me see. I can't chat. Let me see if I can type in. That's crazy, y'all. So what I do, y'all, listen, go to anthonyoneal.com/tax if you need help getting anything above $10,000 lower, right? Let's say if you owe them already, you already back owe them more than $10,000, go to anthonyoneal.com/tax help. And then also go to anthonyoneal.com/file my taxes so you can get with Redefine Revenue, right? It's not my company. It's just a company that I refer. They're going to help you file your 2026 taxes, right? Get you the most money back as possible, because if you then when you get you the money back, you're going to put that money inside your high yield savings. You're going to put that money towards paying off your debt. You can put that money towards whatever you want to put it towards. Don't go out there and blow it though, right? But then also you're going to ask them after they file your taxes, hey, can I have a strategy session with you? I made this money, you see it, I have this business. What is the best way to break even to where I won't owe them nothing in 2027, but I won't even get a check back from them from 2027, but throughout the year 2026, I'll be able to keep my money. That's important, y'all. That is super important. Does it make sense? Questions about that? Makes sense. Barry, we are booked for my Ghana trip. We're gonna open up probably another bus mid-January. I'll keep you all updated on it. I saw I saw it, but I've been focused on trying to make sure I give y'all this stuff so I can get y'all up out of here. So I'm trying to get up out of here in like 5 minutes. I'm on vacation, so I don't want to be working this long. All right. Yeah, yeah. Victoria gave us a lot of information on it. I would encourage y'all to go back and watch Monday's show because it'll bless you all. So we got that. All right. Listen, here is another one. Um, I don't know what move am I on. What move am I on, y'all? What what move am I on? I don't know. We're gonna go to the next move. We're gonna go to the next move. All right. Protect your legacy. 2026. I want you all to start coming up with a strategy on how are you going to protect your legacy? How are you going to protect the people who you love? How are you going to protect everything that you built for? How are you going to protect everything that God has given you? If I'm being transparent with you all, we don't do a good job at protecting and positioning ourselves for what happens after us. I lost friends this year. I lost family members this year. Some of you all in here have lost friends and lost family members who went into 2025 just knowing that they were going to go into 2026. But it didn't happen. I don't know how many GoFundMe's I've contributed to this year. I don't know how many funerals I've helped fund this year. I've been in 2 funerals of people within our community, in the Black community. I've talked to their spouses. And they didn't have a life insurance check. They didn't have a will. They didn't. And y'all, this is not the sexy talk. This is not. It's not attractive. It's not gonna make you $1,000,000. But it help you sleep better at night. It will help you know that your children are taken care of if the Lord calls you home when you least expect it. And to be honest with you, the majority of us are going to go when we least expect it. When you least expect it. Next year, I'm going to go heavy on this. I need everyone within my inner Black community to have an estate plan. I need everyone within inside of my inner Black community to have a life insurance policy. I need everyone within inside my community to have a will, to have a trust, to have power of attorneys. I need everyone in my community in 2026 to sit down and write out, God, if something was to happen to me, this is what I want done with my life and with my family. I'm going to bring back on my estate attorney and talk about the importance of a trust and how you can put your homes in the trust, how you can put your assets into the trust. But don't go into 2026 without updating if you already have one. I have a meeting with my attorney on the 8th to update my estate plan. Listen, I ain't got no wife. I'm single. I'm single out here in these streets. I ain't got no wife. I ain't got no kids, but I'm updating. Because you know why? I love my mama. I love my sister. I love my brother. I love my family. I love my nephews. I love my niece. I love my local church, Union Church. I love them. And stewardship is not just about what you do when you're here, but it's also what did you do for when God calls you home to where what he gave you can still be impactful when you're gone. If I'm making sense to you real quick, just type the word amen for the people watching this live. I don't want to get to the gates and God says, welcome home. He allows me to look back down and I see my wife or my family members crying and hurt because they're confused because I didn't do a good job of stewarding what God gave me. So now while I'm with God and I have no more pain, no more headaches, no more drama, and I'm in a place of joy and happiness, my family, because of my selfishness, is now down here crying and miserable because I refused. I refused to do the right thing while I was living. I refused to answer the hard questions. I refused to get my butt up and to go see an attorney. I refuse to do the things that I know does not benefit me, but it benefits the people who I love. And I'm going to say this respectfully. How can you say you love your wife, love your spouse, love your children, and you don't have an estate plan, but you're driving a Mercedes Benz? How can you say you love them? You don't have an estate plan, but you got a Louis Vuitton purse. You got a Gucci belt. How? And God convicted me one day. Boy, how can you sit here and say you love your family, you driving a Bentley, but you don't have an estate plan? Ooh. I woke up like at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was emotional. I was like, how? You say you love your nephews? You say you love your nieces? You say you love your mom? What if God called you home today? You have all this great stuff, but you ain't stewarding it well. Woo. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I felt that one. I felt that one. I felt that one. What if you ain't making millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year? What if that life insurance check, when God calls you home, is the alley hoop to set your children, your grandchildren up to really start building wealth and to change the family tree? Okay, you're not making $100,000 a year. Okay, you're not making $1 million a year. But if you can get you a $200,000 policy, enough to pay for your funeral expenses, and to give each one of your children $25,000, $50,000, what could that do for the next generation? What could that do for the next generation? I have millions of a policy on me. Nephews and niece. If I was to die today, my nephews and my niece get the majority of everything. And I love it. I sleep good. Do I want to go home early? No. I don't want to go home and see the Lord early. I don't, y'all. I don't. I don't. I don't. But if I went home to see the Lord, at least I know when I get to see him, I'll be able to look down and smile on my family, because they're going to be set up for life. They are going to be set up for life. Here's the last thing. Here's the last thing. It's like move 6, I think, move 5 or 6, 7. I can't remember what move this is. I know. I'm just speaking from my heart right now, y'all. Speaking from my journal. Listen, y'all. AI is taking over. If you're in 2026, I want you to make a vow. I want you to make a vow right now that you're going to commit to learning. Watch this. You're going to commit to learning something to do with AI next year. Something to do with AI next year. Two things. One, how can it help you with your current job? Two, what business can you start with AI? Because hear me clearly, it is all over the planet right now. It is all over the world. If you're not learning AI, if you're not utilizing AI, you are going to be left behind and you're going to lose your job. AI should help your job move quicker and be more efficient and to even do more. But also, if you learn AI, you can learn AI and you can set up a business to where while you're working your 8 to 5 job, you're already making money on your other side of your business. There's so many, from AI automations to AI something, I forgot the name of it, but there's so many things that's going on in the AI world. That is insane. I keep saying this, but I paid a kid in his young 20s, like 22, 23, $10,000 to build me an AI system. And the truth of the fact is, I gotta come back and pay him next month, probably another $10,000, $15,000 to build another system, because what he built me was amazing, and it helped my team and our job out so amazing that it was worth 10 bands. So next month he gonna make $10,000, $15,000 off of me. Going in 2026, I need you to commit to yourself. Just spend 10 minutes a day learning about AI. Learn something about AI. And if you're looking for a side business, I think the best side business right now is learning AI automations, because every single company in the world is looking for people like yourself who can sit down and build them an AI chatbot, an AI tracker, an AI system that can help them automate their businesses, automate their responses, automate their systems, automate everything about it. If you're not learning AI is not going to take your job. The individual who spent time to learn AI and to take boot camps on it, to watch YouTube videos about it, is going to take your job. And watch this, those AI right now, individuals in that space, they're going to be the ones who's going to sit here and make that money, y'all. Living with fibro, man, listen, I got you. I want you to go to anthonyoneal.com/AI automation. Again, that is anthonyoneal.com/AI automation. All right. I want you to go in there. It's a boot camp, 3 months long. I've had about 5,000 of our communities go through this boot camp already. And out of the 5,000, I would say about 400 of them have started businesses, and like the rest of them are using them for their jobs, to make their jobs better. But the individuals, out of the 400 who have started businesses, I think the average we're seeing right now, they're making like an extra $40,000 a year on the side. If you can use an extra $40K a year from a side business, on top of what you're making right now, just put 40K inside the chat. Just put 40K inside the chat. Put 40K. The link is anthonyoneal.com/AI automation. Again, that is anthonyoneal.com/AI automation. All right. This boot camp is not 10 minutes a day. I want to make sure I'm not misleading you all on that. I'm saying spend maybe 10 minutes a day on YouTube learning about it. But if you really want to invest into a boot camp that is turning around people, that will help you blow up, and not really just blow up. I don't want to overspeak. I hate doing that. Help you learn how to either use this for your job, to make your job better and more efficient. And watch this, if you learn AI, watch this, y'all. AI can help you get the pay raise that you want. AI can help you get the job promotion that you want, because AI is going to help you more efficient. It's going to help you sound better. It's going to help your workload. Now you can get the job promotion. Now you can get ahead of your peers, because I guarantee you, everybody in your job is not learning AI. I don't care if you're an assistant. I don't care if you're an accountant. I don't care if you're a school teacher. There is something in AI that can help every single field in America right now. But you have to spend some time and do the research. But if you're looking for a good side business to build, or if you want to learn AI automations to help bring automations into your particular company, just go to anthonyoneal.com/AI automation. Do the boot camp. Do the boot camp. It's worth it. Even if it is $2,000, $3,000, paid off over the next, 3-4 months. The young kid that I paid, he was in our community. He went to it, learned it, came back. Whatever the cost was, I gave him $10,000. One client paid back all the money. Do not go into 2026 without learning, say this again, without learning AI. I'm not talking about Chat GPT. I'm not talking about Claude. No, I'm talking about AI, artificial intelligence. Learn AI. Learn it all. Because there's so much more to AI, y'all. Like for an example, I paid him to build so when we shoot a video, and there's so many moving parts. You have me, I got to come up with the show concept, me doing research. Once I do that, then I need to go back and write the script out and find, stats and facts and articles to support what I'm teaching. Then once we shoot, I got to write the article, write the show up and put it into the Monday.com, which is our CMS platform that we use for our company. And then my producer has to see that, and he has to go through and then shoot it all. Once he shoots it, you got to go to our video intro guy. Video intro then goes to our thumbnail guy. Thumbnail guys goes to our auditor. And we got so many moving loops. Well, I paid him 10 grand to make it all automatically do it. To where once I start, I click a button, boom, it just goes to everybody needs to go to. Once they get done, it goes to who they needs to go to. So I ain't got to call or text like, hey, bro, I just sent it, or hey, man, just sent it. No, it's soon. It saved me maybe 60% of my time for the rest of my life. I got 60% of my time back for a $10,000 investment. Now, what can I do with the other 60% of the time? Study more. I'm in school getting my doctorate degree. I paid him $10,000 for going through the same boot camp I'm telling y'all about. Shay Jones says, as a special educator teacher, I do use AI for various things. It's a resource. AnthonyONEAL.com/AI automation. Here's the last move. I'm gonna get y'all up out of here. Make sure to come back. I'll put all the links inside of the comment section and inside the show description so you all can go back there. The last move, 2026, and I mean this, y'all. Don't go into the year without Jesus Christ in your life. Don't go into the year 2026 without committing yourself to growing spiritually. What is it to gain the whole world? What is it to get debt free? What is it to put money in our savings account? What is it to make $1 million a year? What is it to get all the things that we dream for and then lose our soul in the midst of it? I see what the internet says about Anthony, and the internet doesn't know Anthony. Am I perfect? Heck no. Is God still working on me about things? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. But God is still at the center and at the core of my life. Do I still fall short? Heck yeah. But God is still the center of the head of my life. It's so funny when I see some of the things that are written about me online. I'm like, man, if y'all really knew me, or if y'all really knew people who actually knew me, who was in my world every single day. I don't play about certain things. And one thing I don't play about is God. This ain't about me. It's about you. Here's what I've learned, and here's what I realized. Though I am flawed, let me tell y'all something right now. If it was up to man, I would not be running a multiple 7-figure business right now. I would not be on a Ritz-Carlton yacht cruise right now. I would be driving the cars, my dream cars. I would be able to do the things that I'm doing today. I would not be able to employ Black African-American young men and young ladies. I would not be able to give thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to my local church. I would not be able to be building a home in Ghana, Accra, Ghana. I would not be able to be starting a school in Africa if it was up to man. Because based upon what was in the past, I should not be here today. But because I was faithful to God, because He knows my heart, God said, I got you. While He's whipping my butt for some horrible and stupid decisions I've made, He's still blessing me. While He's still sharpening me in other areas, and while He's still pruning me in other areas, while He's still evolving me in other areas, God is still blessing me. Because I'm generous, because I'm tithing, because I'm intentional about growing and maturing and evolving in my word. This ain't about those deep Christians on there talking about, oh, you got to do this and you got to do that. No, man. Let's let them talk. Don't let someone not shy you. Don't let someone make you feel that God is not on your side because of the poor decisions that you've made. Because let me be a witness. I have made some poor decisions in my life that I'm not proud of, that I'm continuing to grow and evolve and mature on. 2026, y'all gonna see a different kind of Anthony. You're gonna see a more mature. You're gonna see me not talking about certain things, and you're just gonna see a more mature because I'm growing, I'm evolving because God is maturing me in certain areas. I could not be on this cruise, writing in my journal, and not come talk to you all. So listen, man. We're gonna be debt free in the year 2026. We're gonna start a journey. I'm gonna be with you. I'm making a commitment in the month of January and February, the beginning of the year, to every day you're going to have a video from me. Monday and Wednesday is going to be our regular shows. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I'm going to do lives from wherever I'm at for minutes, talking about the local news, answering current questions. I'm going to go live every single Monday through Friday. You're going to get a video from me because I want to help you all start your year off strong. So listen, there's a couple things that you do. I'm gonna put these links inside the show notes. If you're watching now, do not go into 2026 without a high yield savings account. If you're one of the people who said, I do not have a high yield savings account, I need you to go open up one today. Number two, go back in the very beginning and answer the questions that I gave you, right? If you, one of the main questions I need you to ask yourself tonight is on December 30th, 2025, what would you go back and tell Anthony or yourself January 1st of 2025 to help that person and avoid some of those mistakes, financial mistakes you made this year? And I guarantee you 90% of your answers is going to be the same thing you need to go into 2026 with. But there's like 6 questions that I gave you. Please rewind from the very beginning, get those questions and thoroughly answer them. Don't sugarcoat, be honest. It's between you and God. You don't need to get it to your boyfriend, to your girlfriend, to your kids, to your homegirl, to your homeboy. No, be honest with you. Because the only way we can have a better 2026 than we did in 2025 is if we're honest with ourselves. It's going to be a little embarrassing, but honesty is the first step towards freedom. And then if you are the person saying, Anthony, I'm drowning in debt, I need you to go to anthonyoneal.com /astronaut go to anthonyoneal.com. Y'all, oh man, look at this, a little boat coming. Okay. All right. We got a little boat coming through. Okay. Go to anthonyoneal.com, go to free resources, download the free debt-free book. It's going to be about 50 pages long. It's going to show you all the things you need to do to start 2026 year off out with eliminating your debt. And then 2, if you have more than $20,000 in debt, man, y'all, you can go to anthonyoneal.com /debt relief, fill out the form. They're going to help you by saving you 40-50% of your debt. Get it wiped out to make sure you don't have to pay for it, settle it all out, and you're going to use the rest of that snowball. And then please, y'all, listen to me clearly. Listen to me clearly. I'll say this one more time. If you owe the IRS more than $10,000, go to anthonyoneal.com /tax help. It'll help you. Again, I'm gonna link all this inside the show notes. I don't want to keep you on here too much longer. I'm ready to get back and rest. I think I have dinner around 7 o'clock. It is 5 o'clock now, where I'm at. And so I'm gonna go out here, get me something to drink and rest and relax. Because come January 5th, y'all, not January 5th, January what, yeah, come January 5th, it's go time for us. I'm going hard. I'm gonna help you all get it. I'm gonna help you all accomplish your goals. Do me a favor, it's about 500 of you all watching right now. If you can, do me a favor. If you enjoyed our little bit of time together within 1 hour, can you please hit that thumbs up button? About 500 of you. It's about, we only got like 165 likes. Let's make sure we share this with people. I'm sorry that my computer did not work earlier. I'll get that figured out. I'm using the yacht's Wi-Fi, so hopefully it went well for you all. I do Apologize about the internet situation. Hopefully it wasn't too bad, but hey, you're gonna see more of this next year. We're gonna have a conversation. But we're at about 200 thumbs up. We can get to about 250 before you all leave. Thank you so much. Shay Jones, happy birthday, sis. It's your 43rd birthday. Happy birthday, y'all. Can we just tell Shay happy birthday? Tomorrow's her 43rd birthday. So she is a young lady. I'm 42, so man, it is a blessing. Y'all, there's a lot of big things happening next year. There's a lot of things happening next year, y'all. There's a lot of things happening. I can't say just yet, but I'm really excited about what God is doing within this company. Y'all be praying for me. 2026 is a year of, for myself, it is a year of growth and a year of assets. I'll be heads down finishing my doctorate degree, y'all, in finance. I started it this year. I got the rest of 2026 and the first part of 2027. So I'm heads down taking 2 classes every 8 weeks. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm evolving. I want to be one of the strongest names for Black people when it comes to finance. And so I said, man, I don't want to be a content creator. I want to be a thought leader. So 2026, man, I'm heads down in school, heads down learning. I also want to be one of the best African American teachers. Well, not teachers, but professors. As you all know, I'm teaching at Virginia Union University, and we are doing some amazing things over there with that university up underneath my dean, Dr. Wendy, and my president. Um, um, Man, I'm just excited about that. I'm teaching a full class this semester coming up, 3-hour class about finance and financial literacy. And then I'm doing some major conferences. I can't say just yet, man. And y'all check this out. My money book is officially coming out next year. I'm excited. I'm just telling you, I'm excited. So next year is gonna be the year, y'all. We're gonna be dialed in within our community. And y'all, listen, I'm going on tour, and I'm not going on tour by myself. I got somebody coming with me, Doc. We're not calling it this, but it's gonna be like, come get a word and let's worship. That's all I can say. Come get a word about your finances on how do we truly build wealth biblically, God's way. After we seal it with the word, we're gonna seal it with the praise. So yes, I can tell y'all right now, I got a couple of artists coming with me. And we're gonna hit the cities, we're gonna hit the communities, we're gonna just have a glorious time. I'm gonna come up in there and I'm gonna give y'all my all. And I said, man, once we got the word, once we got to understand it, we're gonna seal it with praise. Come on now, it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. So listen, let me get out of here. I'm gonna go put that information on the show notes, and I'm gonna put it inside the comment sections, all the links that I gave you all. Please, y'all, do these things as much as you can this week. Do the first 3 specifically. Do not go into 2026 without a high yield savings. Hear me clearly. Don't do that. Go to anthonyoneal.com/savings. Open up one before you go into 2026. Even if you don't even put any money in it right now, open it up today. Start now. One of my boys, I'm gonna let y'all go. One of my boys said something, man. He said, I'm gonna stop saying I'm going to do that. And he said, I'm just gonna do it. We all say, I'm gonna do that, man. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that next week. I'm gonna do that next year. Oh, I'm done. No. He said, man, you know what? Let me just stop and do it right now. Let me just stop and do it right now. Right now. Right now. I told myself I was gonna lose weight. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna lose weight. I just did it. I told myself I wanted to work on my skin, and my skin is getting better, y'all. I know y'all can see me breaking out a little bit right now. Well, yeah, I got a little pimple coming right there, but man, I'm doing skin regimens now. I'm eating better. I'm done saying I'm going to do it, or when I get the opportunity, I'm gonna do it. No. I'm just gonna start doing it. I'm gonna add it to my schedule. I'm gonna be intentional about being the best version of myself as long as I possibly can. Why? Because my future wife deserves that. My future children, if I'm blessed to have children, deserve that. My family deserves that. And watch this. You all deserve the best version of Anthony O'Neal. All right? So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna put the links inside the show notes. Y'all come back, check it out. Y'all going to have a good time. All right, love y'all. Peace.